All right, guys. Well, this shouldn't be a surprise to me, shouldn't be a surprise to you, and it damn well shouldn't be a surprise to the people that follow Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump lies, and he can't stop lying. And he doesn't care whether or not it affects you or me or his own supporters, to be honest with you. Look, Donald Trump ran on potentially dropping the price of groceries. He ran on a bunch of stuff that he would just probably claim was hyperbole. But let's just be honest with what's going on with the world that we are working with today. Trump supporters don't care about policy. They don't care about whether or not the price of groceries actually get dropped or not. At this point, there's literally studies now that show that Trump supporters, before Donald Trump has even entered office, have started saying that the economy is amazing now. It's great. Everything's good. Prices of gas, awesome. Prices of eggs, great. Everything's good. Don't worry about it. Donald Trump is in charge now. So when Donald Trump decides to, go back on that and go, you know what? At the end of the day, hey, it turns out I probably can't reduce the price of groceries. It's not a surprise, and it shouldn't be a surprise. But for Trump supporters, I'm sure they just don't really care. Anyways, go ahead and check out this clip. We're going to take a look at the Time interview with Donald Trump where he admits, at the end of the day, I wasn't really going to ever actually reduce the price of groceries.
In his interview with Time, the president-elect backed off his central campaign promise to lower prices for consumers, including on groceries, saying, look, they got them up. I'd like to bring them down. It's hard to bring things down once they're up. It's very hard, but I think that they will. I think that energy is going to bring them down. I think a better supply chain is going to bring them down. Throughout the campaign, Trump repeatedly vowed lower prices.
But prices will come down. You just watch. They'll come down, and they'll come down fast, not only with insurance, with everything. It'll also bring your grocery bill way down.
There you go. Super simple for the Trump supporters so they can understand. Once it goes up, it's really hard to make it go down. I mean, being Donald Trump has to be one of the easiest jobs in the world. He doesn't even have to try to explain it to people. He just uses word salad and just goes, it go up. It don't go down. And everybody that supports him's like, that's facts. That's facts right there. Because let's just be honest. None of these people actually care whether or not Donald Trump is actually going to accomplish any of the things that he talked about. All they care about is that Big Daddy Trump is back in office. That means that everything is okay. Because these people don't operate on reality. They don't operate on logic. They don't operate on facts. And they definitely do not operate on statistics. They can't spell statistic. They just want their vibes to feel good. And Donald Trump's happy to tell them whatever they want to hear. But not everybody is accepting that Donald Trump has a plan or a concept of a plan, or that when things go up, they just don't go down. Luckily, there are a couple people that are still asking questions. And we have an interview here where Trump went on NBC and he did the Meet the Press interview. And there were some questions that were asked as to how he was going to drive these prices down and whether or not the idea of tariffs actually were going to, in turn, actually drive prices up rather than down.
I want to delve into one of your signature promises on the campaign trail, which was to end inflation, to lower prices. You are now proposing tariffs against the United States' three biggest trading partners. Economists of all stripes say that ultimately consumers pay the price of tariffs.
I don't believe
Can
it.
you guarantee American families won't pay more?
I can't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee tomorrow. I'm a big believer in tariffs. I think tariffs are the most beautiful word. I think they're beautiful. It's going to make us rich.
Sir, your previous tariffs during your first administration cost Americans some $80 billion. And now you have major companies from Walmart, Black & Decker, AutoZone saying that any tariffs are going to force them to drive up prices for their consumers. How do you make sure that these CEOs, that these companies don't, in fact, pass on the cost of tariffs to their consumers?
They cost Americans nothing. They made a great economy for us. They also solve another problem. If we were going to have problems having to do with wars and having to do with other things, tariffs, I have stopped wars with tariffs by saying, you guys want to fight, it's great, but both of you are going to pay tariffs to the United States at 100%.
It sounds as though Donald Trump only has a concept of what a tariff is. I'm going to guess that Donald Trump knows about as much about tariffs as the people that follow him do. I'm going to also guess that Donald Trump doesn't quite understand that if we put tariffs on our allies will in turn put tariffs on us. But I don't think that Donald Trump actually thinks about things in that manner. I don't think he thinks far enough ahead. I think he sees something, he thinks it's a shiny object, he picks it up, he says to himself, this is it, this is the plan, this is what we're going with, and then he just full steam ahead does whatever dumb shit pops into his brain. Just like his supporters do. They are just like Donald Trump. Donald Trump to this point still hasn't figured out that America needs the resources of their allies, just like the allies of America need the resources of America. And Donald Trump doesn't know that because Donald Trump doesn't know anything, even after 4 years of being the president of the United States, about being the president of the United States of America. Donald Trump thinks that it doesn't drive up prices on American citizens, even though the majority of people asked about these tariffs have said they in turn will be raising their prices and passing them along to the consumer. Donald Trump doesn't know shit about running a country, just like he doesn't know shit about running the businesses that he ran into bankruptcy. Next thing we know, Donald Trump will be threatening to sue other countries so that way he doesn't have to pay them for their labor, like he did in all of his businesses. Next thing we know, Donald Trump will be getting sued by other countries, just like his business has been sued over 3,500 times over the past 3 decades. But at least now we know about his plans to stop the wars in Israel and in Ukraine. He's just going to put tariffs on the countries. He's going to put tariffs on Ukraine. He's going to put tariffs on Gaza. He's going to put tariffs on Israel. And he's going to put tariffs on Russia. Because Russia really gives a fuck about whether or not Donald Trump is going to put tariffs on them right now. I don't think that Vladimir Putin is at all concerned with whether or not Donald Trump is going to put tariffs on him. At this point, the biggest question for me is whose idea was it? Whose idea was the tariffs? Was it Laura Loomer? Was it Marjorie Taylor Greene? Or was it a magic 8-ball that Donald Trump shook and said, "Are tariffs a good idea?" And the magic 8-ball said, "Solid, do that shit." I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. Do you think that Donald Trump is actually going to lower the grocery prices? Or do you think that he's full of shit? I'm going to guess that he's full of shit. If you haven't done it already, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification. And don't forget to share the video. All right, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out that video on the screen now.